Hello, everyone. Hello, students. How are you? Thank you for waiting for me today. I'm running a little bit behind schedule, but I appreciate you for coming and joining today's lesson. Thank you so much. I hope you're excited. I know I am. So it's been a little bit since I went live because, as you know, I've been sick. Some days are better than others. So on the good days, I'm trying to get these live videos out for you. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hello, hello. So today's lesson is going to be about making indirect requests, okay? Indirect requests. So if you know what a direct request is, we're going to be changing it to an indirect request, okay? So putting someone in the middle. All right, hello from Vietnam, the Philippines, Pakistan, Brazil. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're going to get into the lesson. I'm going to share my screen with you. Very nice. Okay, so we are making indirect requests today. Do you guys know how to make an indirect request? So there are several different ways that we can make an indirect request, right? So let's see if I can. It's hard to have both screens at once, okay? So indirect requests. Yes. Okay, so first of all, we're going to practice with statements. So we're going to take a statement and we're going to make it into an indirect request with that. So you can use that or you don't need to use that. It's up to you. So I'll give you an example first. The first example, this is a statement, right? Not a question, a statement. Amanda, Craig is late. So we are directly talking to Amanda. And we're telling Amanda information about Craig, okay? But what happens if we want to tell Amanda this information, but we don't know where Amanda is, okay? Instead, we tell our other friend to pass this information to Amanda. So it becomes indirect, okay? So here is how we would change this sentence. So we're going to change it to, could you tell Amanda that Craig is late? So could you, another friend, tell Amanda this information, that Craig is late? Okay, so for these indirect requests, it's up to you if you want to use could or can. Could or can. And we want someone to pass over information. So in this case, it's a statement. So we're going to use tell. Tell Amanda. Okay, here's another example. I'm talking directly to Tom. Tom, Charlie is on the bus. So this is the person I'm talking to, and this is the information I want to tell them. But what if I don't know where Tom is, or I don't have time to talk directly to Tom? We need another person to tell Tom this information. So how would we change this? So maybe this one we could use can. How would we change this? Okay, very good. So if you know the answer, please write it in the comments, okay? So Tom, Charlie is on the bus. How would we make that indirect? Okay, an indirect request. So we're going to tell someone else to tell Tom this information. Okay, Did you write your answer? Very good. Okay, so I'll show you. So this is how I did it. We use can for this one. You could use could. Can you tell Tom that Charlie is on the bus? Very good. So remember that that is optional. So you could say, could you tell Amanda Craig is late? Can you tell Tom Charlie is on the bus? Or you can include that. It's up to you. And it's up to you if you want to use could or can. Okay, so this is indirect requests with statements. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, here we have imperatives. Imperatives. Do you know what an imperative is? Do you know what an imperative is? Oh, I see Aliawan in the chat. Very good. Excellent. And Abdul, excellent. Nice job. Okay, so an imperative is, we use imperatives usually when we're giving a command, we're telling someone to do something. It's an order, it's a command. Okay, so let's look at our first imperative. Kevin. So I'm talking directly to Kevin. Kevin, be on time. This is an order. This is a command. Kevin, be on time. Okay, so when we make this an indirect request, so I don't know where Kevin is, so I'm going to tell you, you tell Kevin. Okay, so here we say, Kevin, be on time. But when we make it an indirect request, we're going to use an infinitive. Okay, what is an infinitive? Infinitive is to plus the verb. So, can you tell Kevin, or could you tell Kevin, to be on time? Okay, could you tell Kevin to be on time? Oh, very good. You guys know what imperatives are. I'm very happy to see that. By the way, can you see, are you able to see it if I do this a little bit more? Is it bigger? I hope the text is big enough for you to see. Okay, let me know if you need it bigger, okay? So our next sentence, Emily, clean your room. Emily, clean your room. This is a command. Okay, so if we don't know where Emily is, how can we get this information to Emily? How would we change this? So let's use could or can. How would we do this? Okay. Oh, very good. Oh, I like this one too for the first one. Can you please ask Kevin to be on time? This is a lot nicer. Very nice sentence. If you add please and instead of tell, you say ask. Very kind. Nice sentence. Okay. Yes, the infinitive is to plus the base form of the verb. That's correct. Okay. Oh, could you tell Emily to clean her room? Oh, very good. So, exactly. Could you tell Emily to clean her room? Perfect. Excellent, you guys. Okay, we're going to go on to the next. So here is with yes or no questions. Okay, so for yes or no questions, the indirect request is going to use if or whether. So whether or not something. Okay, so let's look at our first yes or no question. Sarah, are you hungry? We're talking directly to Sarah. Sarah, are you hungry? If we want to make this an indirect request, we're talking to a third person. Can you ask Sarah if she's hungry? Or we could say, can you ask Sarah whether or not she's hungry? Okay, pretty simple. So let's do the next one together. Sandy, are you free tonight? Sandy, are you free tonight? How are we going to make this an indirect request with if or whether? Okay, Oh, I see lots of good. Oh, December made a good example. So could you tell me where the dryer is? So where is a WH question word. So we're going to get to that next, but we're going to focus on yes or no questions, right? Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Could you ask Sarah if she is hungry? Perfect. Can you ask Sandy if she's free? Yes, very good. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so here I'm going to use whether for the answer. Could you ask Sandy whether or not she's free tonight? Very good. Could you ask Sandy whether or not she's free tonight? We could say, could you ask Sandy if she's free tonight? That's perfect. Okay, now we're on our last one. December kind of hinted to it. WH questions. WH questions. So we're going to take the question words. Oops, my sentence is already there. Indirect requests with WH questions. So whatever question word that we use here, we're also going to use it in our indirect request. Okay? So David, what time does the class start? David, what time does the class start? I'm talking directly to David. Okay? So we're going to use the same what in the sentence, but notice there's a little bit of a change. So could you, can you ask? So this is a question, so we're going to use ask, not tell. Could you ask David what time the class starts? Okay, notice that the does disappears. We add an S to start. So what time the class starts? Could you ask David what time the class starts? Okay, are you following me? Next sentence. I want you to try and do it with me, okay? Talking directly to Monica. Monica, where is my book? Where is my book? It's a very direct sentence, a direct question. So we're going to use the same where in the indirect request. How are we going to change this sentence? Okay. Very good. Okay, remember we're making indirect requests. So we're asking another person to ask another person. Okay. Oh, very good. Okay. Can you ask Monica, where is my book? So this is, I see a lot of students writing their sentences this way. So this one is probably a little bit tricky. Okay. Oh, Aliawan, very good. Could you ask Monica where my book is? Very good. Okay. So I'm going to show you the answer. Can you ask Monica where my book is? So this is going to come at the end of the sentence. So this is used for some indirect requests. And it is a lot nicer than where is my book? So if you say, can you ask Monica where my book is? Perfect, perfect. Is going to come at the end. Very good. Yes. Oh, good job, Jaff and Abdul. Oh, this is a good one. Could you ask Monica, where is my book, please? So remember that is going to come at the end, where my book is, and then you could add please to be even more polite. Nice. Okay. Is comes at the end. So we have some questions. All right, it is your turn to answer, okay? So I'm not going to tell you which kind of indirect sentence we need to make, so I want you to do it on your own. So number 1, please write your answer in the chat. Lisa, the lesson starts in an hour. You're directly talking to Lisa. The lesson starts in an hour. We don't know where Lisa is. We ask our other friend, to talk to Lisa. How are we going to change this sentence? Okay. Very good. So, Lisa, the lesson starts in an hour. How can we change this to an indirect sentence? Okay. What do you think? I'll give you a second to write your answer in the chat or the comments. Okay. A little difficult, right? Okay, so the correct answer is going to be, because this is a statement, can you tell Lisa that the lesson starts in an hour? Can you tell Lisa that the lesson starts in an hour? If you got this one right, very good. If you didn't, you can go back and review one more time after this lesson. Okay. Oh, yes, very good. Can you tell Lisa the lesson starts in an hour? Perfect. Could you tell Lisa that the lesson starts in an hour? Excellent. Very good. Yes, we can use that or we don't need to use that. Okay, let's try number 2. Mike, don't sing. Okay, Mike, don't sing. How are we going to change this to an indirect request? Okay. Very good. Mike, don't sing. How would we change that? Write your answers in the chat, in the comments. Let's see if you can get this one correct. Mike, don't sing. Don't sing. Okay. Oh, very good. Could you tell Mike to not sing? Very good. Okay, so remember that we need to use the, what's it called? my mind is blank. The infinitive. Can you tell Mike not to sing? Can you tell Mike not to sing? Some people will say, can you tell Mike to not sing? If you say to not sing, sometimes that sounds like more emphasis. You're stressing. Can you tell Mike to not sing? Or can you tell Mike not to sing? Both are acceptable. Okay, very good. I hope you got that right. Next, number 3. Jeff, are you tired? So this is a question. How are we going to change this to an indirect request? Jeff, are you tired? Let's see. Oh, very good. Oh, for number 2, just really quick, can you please tell Mike to stop sing? So if you use stop, tell Mike to stop singing would be correct. But in this case, if we're just using not, can you please tell Mike to not sing? Very good. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Can you ask Jeff whether or not he is tired? Good job. Oh, yes. Good question. Oops. Could you ask Jeff if he's tired? Good job. Let's see. There was a question. Hi, ma'am. Can I use could instead of can? Yes. So for these answers, I'm just using can, but you could use could. Could is totally fine. Very good. Okay. So the correct answer for number 3 is, can you ask or could you ask Jeff if he's tired? Or can you ask Jeff whether or not he's tired? Very good. Either if or whether or not is acceptable. Okay? Excellent job, everyone. So number 4, the last one. Okay? Lynn. So Lynn is a girl's name. Lynn, how many cookies did you eat? Lynn, how many cookies did you eat? We're going to change this to an indirect request. So please leave your answers in the comments or in the chat. Let's see. Very good. Oh, excellent. Can you ask Lynn how many cookies he or she ate? Yes, very good. See if anybody else can write an answer. Oops. Can you ask Fotomata if her tired? Okay, very good. Can you ask Lynn how many cookies she ate? Excellent. Okay. Really quick, I'll answer this question. To not sing and not to sing, both are grammatically correct. So if you say to not sing, it sounds like you're emphasizing the word not. So you really don't want them to sing. So for example, should I ask Mike to sing? Could you ask him to not sing, actually? To not sing? Grammatically correct, but one sounds more emphasized than the other. Okay, very good. So number 4, Lynn, how many cookies did you eat? The correct answer is going to be, can you ask Lynn how many cookies she ate? Excellent, very good. Can you ask Lynn how many cookies she ate? Very good. I hope you got 100%. I hope you got them all right. Okay, so I'm gonna minimize my screen. There we are. Hello. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Please try and make some indirect requests in the comments if you can, and I will try and correct them if need be, or I'll just take a look at them, okay? Oh, excellent. Ali said, wow, I got all the correct answers. Nice. Congratulations. If you got any answers wrong, that is okay. You can always watch this lesson again. It will always be available. So no worries. Okay. Very good. Good. Good suggestion. I want you to make a lesson on which versus that. Okay. Which versus that. I'm going to write it down actually right now so I remember which versus that. Okay. Yes. If you guys have any suggestions for lessons, please let me know. I'll be making lots of lessons now that I'm feeling better. So don't worry. Lots of new lessons coming. Which versus that. Okay. Very good. So, let's see. Perfect. Could you ask Tim whether or not he's hungry? Very good. Maybe a question mark at the end. Excellent. Oh, I had an epiphany about indirect questions. Thank you. I'm so glad it was easy to understand. Okay. When will the next, where will be the next live? Oh, so I will go live again on YouTube later today. So I hope you subscribe to the YouTube channel. The next live on Facebook will be tomorrow. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys again in a little bit. All right. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.